Hello, this is Mr. Stansbury. I'm going to take you through some of the problems on the 1B assignment from Core Topics. Okay, so first one, draw the graph of y equals 1 half x plus 1. I'm always going to start with my y-intercept plus 1, and then use my slope from there. So this is rise over run, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, so forth and so on, and then we can make ourselves a nice straight line. Okay, so about right there. We go down to about that. And that would be the graph of y equals 1 half x plus 1. On G here, start at plus 4. And then it's negative x, so that is negative 1x or negative 1 over 1. So I'm going to go down 1 over 1 several times and then make myself a nice straight line from that. Right, let's see, where's that about? All right. So about like so. All right. All right, number 2, draw the graph of y equals 4x minus y equals 8. Now you can graph it just like this, and there's really two ways to do it. You can do it by x and y intercepts, or you can solve this thing, set y equal, like have y equals, so subtract the 4x and then change all the signs and then do it just like what we did on the other one. Just to be different, I'm going to show you the intercepts. So if I'm looking for the x-intercept, that means y is 0. So basically I just cover over y. Let's see if there's a way I can do that. Let's do this. So basically just ignore y. And I say, oh, 4x equals 8. So if I've got 4x equals 8, divide both sides by 4, and I get the x-intercept is at 2. So along the x-axis, we get 2. And then if I want to find the y-intercept, that's when x equals 0. So 4 times 0 is 0. So I get negative y equals 8. So that means that positive y equals negative 8. So the y-intercept's at negative 8. And so now I have these two lines here. Sorry, these 2 points here, and I just connect my graph between those that goes through those 2 points, and that would be the line 4x minus y equals 8. Okay, so now just really quick so that you can see the other way, we had 4x minus y equals 8. You could do subtract 4x from both sides. Negative y equals negative 4x plus 8. And then since that's negative, I want to switch all the signs. So we get y equals 4x minus 8. Right? So look, there's minus 8. And then the slope is 4. So it's up 4 over 1. Up 4 over 1. And if you'll notice, look, those two dots that we got on there are the same for the x and y intercepts. You won't always get the same exact 2 dots, but sometimes you'll get one of the same, 2 of the same, sometimes none of the same, but you will get the same line every time. Okay, moving on. Number 3, consider the line with the equation y equals negative 3/4 x plus 2. Find the gradient and y-intercept of the line. So slope is negative 3/4. Y-intercept equals, we'll say, positive 2, right? Determine where the following points lie on the line. Okay, so really that doesn't have, this here isn't really going to help us with that. What we want to do with these is plug 8 in for x and negative 4 in for y to this and see if it works. So again, our equation is y equals negative 3/4 x plus 2. This 8 is going to go in for the x, and this negative 4 is going to go in for the y. So does negative 4 equal negative 3/4 of 8 plus 2? So these are the two numbers we plugged in. There's our 8 and our negative 4. So negative 4, let's see, that turns into negative 6 plus 2, so negative 4 equals negative 4. Yes, this point here does lie in the line. And then we just do the same thing for these other ones. All right, so for 2, we got 3 equals negative 3/4 times 1 plus 2. So does 3 equal, let's see, that's negative 3/4 plus 2. Right, so that's 3. That's going to equal negative 3/4 plus 2 is 1 1/4. That does not equal. So that means this point is not on the line. And that the line that we're talking about is this line up here. Okay, and then 7/2 equals negative 3/4 times negative 2 plus 2. So then we just double check this one here, the math, see if this works. Let's see, that turns into negative 3/2 plus 2, right? Oh, that's positive 3/2, isn't it? So 7/2 really is 3.5. And then that's 1.5 plus 2 is also 3.5. So yes, this one is on the line. So is on the line. And then is on the line as well. All right. Okay. Last one for this assignment 5. Cost of hiring a trailer for T hours is C equals 5T plus $10. Find the cost of hiring the trailer for 4 hours. So 4 is simply our T, right? So we've got the cost is going to be 5 times 4 plus 10. So the cost is going to be 20 plus 10. So in this case, the cost is going to be $30 for 4 hours. Okay. Draw the graph of C against T. Mark a point on your graph to indicate your answer to A. So let's see this here. Our X is always going to be this number here. So that's going to be our time in hours, right? So time in hours, and then this is going to be our cost, right? And then so, and again, this is usually a good idea to just give your graph, whatever graph you're doing, I always try to give it a title. It's just a really good habit to get in, especially those that are going to test an IB. But nothing fancy. Cost of hiring a trailer works just fine. Okay, so now we got to give this a scale and this a scale as well. So we're talking probably, we can probably go by singles down here, 1, 2, and you don't have to do every one. But you do want to make sure that your scale is consistent. So we're going up by 1s on each one of these. But you don't want to do 1 and then 3 and then 5 and then 2. You got to be consistent. 16, 18, and then this is be 20 hours. Now this one here, I don't probably want to do 1, 2, 3, 4 because I know it's already going to cost $30 just to go for 4 hours. So I might go, like say every $5. So maybe make this $10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so forth and so on. Okay, so I know that at the beginning, let's do that in a different color here. In the beginning, I know that it's $10 is our y-intercept. So it costs $10 just to hire the trailer, not even get any time for it, right? And then it's up 5/1 for each thing. Thankfully, we're going by 5s here and by 1s here. So really, it's just all of these here. So then we just take we can just graph a line here that happens to go through all those points. Let me see, it looks like there we go. All right, so there's our graph. And then it says to mark your point on the graph to indicate your answer to A. So that would be at 4 hours, it's $30. And look, it's right on that line. So we know we're in good shape. Okay, that's all we have for the 1B worked problems. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks.